Elsie Hooper of Salvo talks about the Salvo Volunteer Fire Department Ladies Auxiliary. Mrs. Hooper was interviewed by Barbara Garrity Blake in 2003 for the Cape Hatteras National Seashore Ethnohistory Project. The Outer Banks Community Foundation provided funds to digitize the original recording.
We started our fire department here in about 62 or 63.
Right.
I think that's when it was, about 63 I'll say.
Uh-huh.
And it may have been later than that, to tell you the truth. And I was the first president of the Ladies Auxiliary.
Ah.
And Anna Midget from Ways was the first treasury.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
I
it was always
believe-
the Salvo, it wasn't the Chickamauga.
No, we wasn't. We were involved with them, but we broke up and come to our own. See, they didn't have no firehouse till late years.
Oh.
We had our fire. And the first year that I was president, they appointed me in April. We started our meetings here in a home, and they appointed me president. And we started out working, and I took my cousin with me. I had my driver's license too, and we'd go from one end to the other of the island. And my mother did a crochet cover about like that, and we'd go take draws on it. We'd take their name, and we'd have our little coupons we'd made, and it was like 50 cents a draw. And we made $68 on the first thing we ever tried to make money on, and that was enough to get us going with little minor things. And then we decided that we'd start having fish fries.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have no money to have the fish fries with, and the man who ran the marina over here at that time trusted us. He ordered I had to sit down and figure how much potatoes, how many potatoes we would need for 2 days, Friday and Saturday, for the fish fries, and how much cabbage, and it was £50 a day. And what I'd do, I'd take the £50 for Friday, and I'd take them and divide them up, and the women folks would take them, peel them, dice them, boil them, carry them to the fish shack on Friday morning. They do it the Friday morning or the fish shack, and Jean over here would help mix the potato salad. And then we all shredded mostly Jean and May and myself did the shredded cabbage.
Right.
We put it in bags and things and put it in our refrigerator.
What's the fish
And
shack? The fish house?
we built it was a little house built for us to have fish fries in, and they just called it the fish shack.
Just for the
Oh
auxiliary?
yeah, oh yeah. We had a we had
Is it still
large.
there?
No, the house is down to my aunt's home. They give it to her, and used for a little outhouse or a back house, whatever you want, outhouse I call it,
Right.
and all. But we had a double stainless steel sink. We had our fish vat for the fish and the hush puppies. And we had our refrigerator. We had everything. We had it modern, just like you would in your home, not as fancy as And we had our plates, paper plates and things like that, and all of our plastic eatware and paper cups. We had coolers to make tea in, and we had them old big pots like this, like that. That's what we mixed our cabbage in. We mixed our hush puppies too. I had a lady who sat down with me that we together would figure out. We took a hush puppy recipe off in a bag of meal or hush puppy mints, and we went by that. And what we had to do, we had to figure up for 500 people how many hush puppies it would take and how much material it would take. And we'd use like 12 dozen eggs.
How'd you figure 500 people?
Well, we didn't know exactly, but the first fish fry we put on, it was way up in the hundreds that we fed that day.
And it was basically Red Anthony, Waves, and Salvo villagers coming.
No, it was tourists.
Really?
Oh yeah. When Easter came that year in April, we started our first fish fry. We made enough money in one summer that we put our firehouse up. That's our firehouse, not the fire hall, but the firehouse.
Right.
And Erie's Waterfield, I don't know whether you know him or not, from Buxton. He did the running the blocks, and Jim was young, and a few of the other young boys helped put the sand into an old cement mixer. It's hand going for to run the floors, and we got it going, and we started having our meeting there instead of homes, but we kept right on having our fish fries. And then when September come, Labor Day was our last fish fry, and then we start doing something else. We'd have different dinners, and the ladies would do things to try to sell. Then it was right amongst local people in the 3 neighborhoods and town. you know, right on down to ferry
So
docks.
you would have this fish fry all summer, like maybe once a month?
We had
or
that for
something?
years, you know, such stuff as that.
Did the women cook the fish when you fried it, or did the men fish?
Well, we had a man would do the fish, and the ladies would do the hush puppies, and sometimes
Okay.
if there wasn't no man available, he was out doing something else, the ladies would chip in and do the fish.
Would it be trout or bluefish or?
Trout, bluefish,
Mhm.
different things like that we had.